Position for Rumpel. However, we've seen Ozoroveki pull out, really just pull out a lot of heroes from his pool. So it's like it's tough to say where he's gonna go exactly.
It's a blessing and a curse. I think having a huge hero pool is good. You can kind of flex around as a monk hero, but at the same time, do you want to be the jack of all trades in a situation where your team is one game away from losing, or is it better to be the master of something and take it to the next level, like how Dominus is with Gusion, for example? We're just gonna find out when the draft concludes, because
your team
Ling and
is
Cecilia
banned.
taken out by GeekFam.
Excuse
me, Farsa.
Your team is picking.
I'm surprised that they bothered to ban out Ling, because previous game, did they ban out Ling in the previous game?
Yeah, GeekFam banned out Ling.
So it looks like GeekFam also is a team who doesn't like dealing with Ling whatsoever.
Karrie.
Now, GeekFam, they instantly go for the rock.
Your team is
Team
picking.
Bosskurr easily is like, all right, Carmilla is up. I'm gonna chunk out your tank using my carry. Very textbook drafting so far. GeekFam need to kind of solidify what they want to do here.
Yeah, and you don't really need the Sicilian to be around to pick Carmilla anyways, and that is it's a very strong statement from Team Bosskurr. You pick Grog, well guess what? We'll instantly take someone that can shred Grog effectively throughout all stages of the game, and we'll put Carmilla, who managed to kind of defend against a fully stacked marksman in the previous game, into our draft as well. But for the first time today at least, Harrith makes it to the draft alongside Diggy.
Okay, that's rather interesting. I thought Jawhead might have been picked up.
Jawhead.
There it is by Team Bosskurr.
Your team is banning.
But I think GeekFam have kind of showed their cards here. It's like, okay, we have a team composition and we want to kind of focus towards the second half of the picks and bans to really minimize the number of fighters you have. And Team Bosskurr recognizes immediately and see, oh no, if we let this go to the next phase, we're gonna lose priority over fighter picks. So you might as well flex the Jawhead now, even though you do have the support already shown.
Yeah, and right now it's either the Tamus Chou or the Export. I wouldn't be surprised if Tamus gets taken out, but GeekFam, they're very worried about the Esmeralda, one of the heroes that she just dive onto Grog and Harrith and not worry about anything anymore.
Soft counter,
takes out the Helcurt instead, and they might just secure themselves Brunox to deal with this Harrith.
Okay, I can respect that. Because Feeks is known for hard carry games if given the right amount of time and the right hero as well. Tamus and Granger itself. Okay. Looks like Arts is going to have somewhat of a top tier pick under his belt. It doesn't matter who he's fighting. I think he does have some counterplay, which makes him really good. Team Bosskurr on their hand. What are they going to use to kind of round out the composition? I don't like. I really don't like
it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like those picks where you just throw a wrench into the draft.
I guess, because right now they're looking for something that can like kind of wave clear, but nothing really fits the bill just yet.
But Hylos is probably one of the best option.
I'm thinking of anything else. I'm sorry, I'm just going through the catalog in my brain. Yeah, there really isn't anything else that provides as much utility as, especially for Too Easy for Gems, because now it sets up the team. Oh, you use the Carmilla ult, I can't catch the guy, you have to use the Glorious Pathway, and now everybody can kind of assault the same team.
Yeah, and you can't go for those the picks like Export, right, to and hope that Too Easy for Just can achieve the same thing he did in game 1, because that's just completely different. Sure, you get the wave clear, but you're trading away the ability to kind of fight in a sustained manner, and that is what Karrie and Carmilla, Karrie and Lunox really loves. So you don't really want to benefit GeekFam too much when you're one game away.
That's fair. But coming into this game, which draft are you liking more? Team Bosskurr or Team GeekFam?
I still am kind of favoring Team Bosskurr's draft. Not because they won game 1. I think GeekFam put up an amazing fight, but it's just the... I don't know, I feel like the Karrie Carmilla factor is going to be a big one as the game goes on. But we just have to see in game 2, because in the previous game, Team Bosskurr won due to scaling. Game 2, their draft can still scale better than GeekFam.
That is fair. But I think GeekFam at this point of time, I would say it's kind of even for both sides, with the exception of again Ozoroveki being on Diggy and having to worry about Sino on the Carmilla, because if it's an ult, you have to kind of trade ults back and forth.
Oh yeah, and definitely a different role for Ozora Becky, but having to feel the shoes of Rumple, I would definitely like to know what was the reason behind this decision of this swap in players.
I mean, it could be a lot of factors. They probably had good results in scrims. Maybe they have, they kind of want to see what Team Bosskurr had in mind and see who's playstyle fits better. It could be a lot of things, honestly, for the side of Geekman. But they're going to pull away. A lot of rotations are being coming up here. But, so, he wants to make something happen. But luckily, Ozora Becky, he had a web way of auto alarm bombs. Like, there was no surprising him.
Yeah, he was prepared for that. But this is where Sino and Zaraki, they're going to stick together like glue for the majority of the game.
Oh, it looks like Team Bosskurr is actually aware of this. They have nothing to clear out the top side, but they pull away from the tower knowing that Rock is transitioning over. They just don't know where Granger is.
Yeah, because they see Grok was missing. I think we have to be a bit more careful, because at the same time, Geek fans didn't really try to commit to any of those objectives. So slightly suspicious if you are on the side of Team Bosskurr, someone just trying to poke away Zaraki. They will be able to secure that tier 1 at least. But we see if Team Bosskurr can do the same. Arts is just gonna hide in that rush. He even took Rejuvenate.
Yep, and now he gets the initial stun. Now Arts has to figure out a way to survive this, because it ain't looking too
my
good.
Goodness.
The Revitalize keeps him alive. Zorn is making things happen, but he's getting too much damage from the Chaos Assault. That darkness is just oof. Oh, okay. Flame shot was a little short there, but woo.
But my god, Arts survived for way longer than he should have.
Yeah, I think he might. He should have gone for Revenge. For Vengeance. I think he would have survived with Vengeance.
Went for full tank emblems and Revitalize. Oof, that is he's just doing what he did in game 1. Just want to gotta survive for as long as you can.
I don't know. It might be a mistake though to take Nasty
Turtle resurrecting soon.
Over Feast of Blood.
Yeah, but because then it just means that this Tamos you're not looking to do any damage at all. You just want to survive.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I just like you. I am not really sure how it's gonna work out.
It could be the idea of like, it doesn't matter whether I'm fighting Carmilla or Jawhead. I'm not going to be able to do too much in the lane. I might as well be a tank for the lane and rotate when necessary. My wave clear is fine, and they can't beat me in a 1v1 anyway. So I guess that's the idea.
Kind of a reasonable one as well. But now we dominate and Turtle actually joining forces to start that turtle. Team Boss is well aware of that. Rush is ready.
Can they take this away?
I don't think that. Yeah, they're not committing too much to that. They can steal it. They actually did. They had the retribution rush. They throw his life for it, but giving it away to Lexia. Lexia not trying to get away, but 2 for just is there alongside Sino. So Team Bosskurr, they are happily, they are willingly throwing away their bodies for that objective.
Why? Zorn could have thrown the barrier sooner, and then they could look to zone. But I guess Zorn just wanted to time it right to cut them off. Got a bit cocky there, and Lexia just walked up Retribution and took it away. And that's kind of the issue. If you take flame shots, you're not going to have Retributions.
Yeah, and Dominus even went for Purify as well. So Team Bosskurr basically did a free drive-by. The turtle of the game so far.
when another team completely leashes it for you. Oh boy.
Too easy.
Too easy indeed. But so far, I'm trying to figure out like where can they attack on the map, because it looks pretty even for the most part. Geekfam wants to make something happen. The wild charge happening on the bottom side of the lane. Don't know what happened there, but Dominus has to turn it around. Is Lunox dead? Yes, she is dead.
Yeah, well, great Guardian's Barrier. It's just a pixel, just a pixel that you can't get away from. These are not in the darkness. Also not able to dash over that barricade. Taken out, but now another barrier on the Sino. Sino gets pulled back by reverse time. Will be taken out by Ozora Becky, but guess what? Team Bosskurr, they want to respond. Rushes in, but into his demise. Into the hands of Feeks, who will take that third kill off that exchange.
And now they will invade the jungle, take whatever is there, and look to push tier 2. Nobody can really contest it, and Karrie is not going to move. Too easy for Gems is now stuck in the time reversal. Instantly dies. For extra safety, Dominus is like, you know what? I respect you enough. Here's my ultimate as well. Salmon Force. Oh, Zorn, hey, playing with fire there.
Be careful. This is a Karrie we're talking about. There we go, flame shot. Xeno, taking out Zorn.
Yeah, and that's what you get for disrespecting
Turtle
your
resurrecting
opponent, Zorn.
soon.
You can't do that. They have Flame Shot. You know this.
But Zaraki has been having a few days so far into this game too. Not been challenged too much. He does have the bounty hunter, and again, Turtle secured by Layla, and now are just trying to survive for as long as he can. Dominance comes right in. Team Bosskurr, do they want to take this fight? They had the glorious pathway from too easy for Jabs, but they will use that to disengage.
Yeah, and they pull back this time. Arts just flies Queen's Wings. Geekfam continue to push forward. And again, the stalemate isn't really going anywhere. Team Bosskurr doesn't have to commit to any of these fights. It's kind of on Geekfam to be the aggressors here.
Oh yeah, and I think Team Bosskurr right now, they just want to make sure that whenever Geekfam shows up for an objective, they're ready to respond, because that is what gave Geekfam those isolated kills in the bottom just now. But Bosskurr quickly recomposing themselves. They are now moving as a unit again while waiting for the third turtle to come back up. But because of that, the threat of the turtle itself, I don't think Geekfam wants to take any fights against the cause. Into the cause of Team Bosskurr.
That's fair. And now, Zorn just hovering around the area. They get a good catch onto Xeno here. Xeno instantly pops. That's a very big ultimate that they're not going to have access to. Even though he did try to throw the ult, use the flame shot to kind of buy himself some time. Just wasn't enough.
Yeah, but attempt regardless, and now it's back onto Zorn. Zorn's still going to pop that emote. Trying to look cool, but only results in his death.
That's a little unfortunate, not gonna lie.
And all this was, Zaraki was not even involved in any of this. He only had one assist throughout the 7 minutes so far, but he is happily just farming wherever he could. And I think you give it a good 2 to 3 minutes, he's gonna come out and start moving to Geekfam.
Okay, looking at the map right now, I think Team Bosskurr, they're just waiting to get to at least 21k before they start making any plays. They're playing super defensively. They know that they scale very, very well. But right now, Geekfam is kind of all over the place. They don't have a very clear target. Oh, Xeno's trapped. Xeno's trapped. He's in trouble. He's going to take a full Rhapsody in the face, and that pretty much chunked him out for more than 50% of his HP.
Yeah, again, it's Guardian's Barrier from Zorn. He just knows the pixel space that is registered on all these models. Oh boy. Technicality does matter sometimes, but Geekfam, they want to at least secure one turtle, and this time they won't be contested at all. No easy drive-by from Team Bosskurr. This one goes over to Dominus.
Alright, we've seen Geekfam in this position before. 5k ahead against Team Bosskurr. Team Bosskurr, they can turn this around with no issues whatsoever. We saw that in the previous game. They can't be underestimated now. Easy for Jeps. Gonna take a little bit of damage here, but again, the respect recall from Zorn, just to be like, yo, what's up, brother?
Gotta respect your
daddy.
Ex-dad.
Now they're gonna commit to it. Inhibit it. What is going on here?
Oh wow, what a charge, what a knockout, but Team Bosskurr, do they want to commit onto this? Maybe not, that's another flies out too easy for Jazz. Gets blown up by Feeks, and Geekfam wanting to get payback for game 1, trying to make this quick, and Rush will rush into his death instead. One inhibitor turret down. Zaraki still farming. He's trying to come online, but Geekfam, because of how fast they're playing, Zaraki not much time to work with. He has to join the fight as soon as he can.
Yeah, now Geekfam just trying to maintain control of
Initiate
the map
retreat.
here, while Team Bosskurr, they've already lost an inhibitor turret top side. Lord is coming back in about 54 seconds. This is very reminiscent of the previous game, I'm not gonna lie.
But this time, but the only difference that for Geekfam is that they have a commanding lead compared to the previous game, where it was kind of on and off for both Geekfam and Team Bosskurr. We'll see if they can use this Lord to any advantage, because the previous game, the Lords are all kind of stalled outside the base. So this one, let's see if we can make a difference. They already popped one lane, which sometimes I don't think is a good thing when you go for first Lord, because the Lords just get wasted. But we'll see. We'll see what Geekfam can achieve with it.
Alright, Geekfam now has to set up, they just have to set up this, that first Lord, because the previous game, they lost a lot of time because of that. Oh, now Arts is going to be the target of everybody else. He's really tanky, but again, he doesn't have Feasted Blood, number 1, and number 2, he doesn't have that Bloodlust Axe. He is barely sustaining the spellbound.
Yeah, and number 3, you're dealing with Karrie, who just doesn't care how much health you have. The more health you have, the happier the Karrie is. Zaraki just getting that golden staff fresh out the oven after that kill onto Art. Okay, I'm gonna go for more this time onto Zon trying to get away, but you have Xeno on his back. This is just damage. Oh my goodness.
Still going. He's still going. They can chase this if they wanted to. But
They
the
might
rest
want
of
to
the team
turn
has
this
turned this around.
Here comes Dominus, Zaraki now isolated. They're gonna go on to Zaraki. Zaraki dashing around. You have to explore his pathway, but not enough to keep that carry alive. They can lose Xeno as well. Mega kill for Dominus. Flicker coming in from too easy for depth, and he's just gonna buy time. No ultimate means that Geek Fam will make short work of him, but make sure that it is excruciating as Dawn will continue to taunt too easy for depth. Dawn is also unstoppable.
Now Geek Fam goes on to Lord right now, and they're trying to hold this position and make sure, you know, Team Bosskurr don't get close. Because remember, like Malaysia, you did it the first time, they don't want a second attempt at just walking in, taking the Lord.
And this time definitely it's not going to happen. Malaysia understands that if he throws his life away trying to secure that and not get it, it's going to be really bad because they already lost 3 team members who just respawn. So Team Bosskurr now, what they're looking at is a reset because they understand the first Lord doesn't really matter too much because it will definitely push into that top lane where they can easily defend.
Yeah, and this is becoming a very scary game because I'm getting flashbacks of Geek Fam in their game 1, kind of like looking for a way, and then Team Bosskurr turning it around with one big fight. This could be the same exact situation again, or have Geek Fam learn. No, they get the first catch up to too easy for Jeps. They got rid of the playmaker saying, hey, I don't want to deal with you, and now we have full control over the lane.
Yeah, and it's harder for Team Bosskurr to make plays with their current draft as well. Not as flashy as having like the Lolita, and I believe Sicilian. So definitely Geek Fam being a bit more comfortable compared to game 1. Team Bosskurr just absolutely being boxed in their base with the Lord pushing in. And Geek Fam understands that that Lord doesn't really matter too much. What matters is they get those inhibitor turrets and go for the crystal immediately. So Jets will come back up in 5 seconds. We'll see if Geek Fam can close this out. They're actually going for the final push now. All the Brilliance coming out, but it's unstoppable for Fix. And it seems like Team Bosskurr this time, they are being shredded apart with that Lord, helping to punch down that crystal. Team Bosskurr getting destroyed immediately. Zaraki, the only one alive, and Geek Fam will close this out. And push into a game number 3.
Whoa, what a game this has been. It's extremely exhausting to see these players play for so long because like they all know what they have to do. They know the moves that need to make this right. And now with Geek Fam this time being a lot more successful, a lot less mistakes compared to game 1, they bring this to a 1-1.